a lot of people struggle with this whole topic of retirement, and a lot of people don't. For some people, it's a non-issue. They either just have a plan and they follow it, or they never have a plan, they just work till they drop. But for some people, it's not an issue and it's not a struggle. For other people, it raises a lot of anxiety and they have a lot of questions and they really need to work this out. And then there's everybody in between. There's also a very kind of naive or simplistic view that a lot of people take as they are approaching this next phase of their lives. So some people will answer this question and they'll say, well, when I retire, I'm just going to play a lot of golf. Or they'll say, what am I going to do in retirement? I'm just going to visit the grandchildren. And my answer is always the same. Really? For 30 years, you're going to visit your grandchildren every day? Did you ever ask them if they want you to visit every single day? Oh, you're going to play golf? That's very nice. Every day for the next 25 years, you're going to play golf? Really? So when you challenge people on these answers, they usually stop cold with a blank stare because they have this simplistic, naive view, and they've never taken it any farther than this notion, oh, I'm just going to play golf. You see, it's unfortunate. People need to be awakened. They need to be shaken by the shoulders so they understand the issues at hand and they can start thinking more intelligently about their future. So when it comes to retirement planning, most people, as I said before, don't know what questions to ask. They don't know where to begin. It's like a mental brick wall, or as I called it before, a black hole. Some people will retire by choice, and in some cases people will be forced to retire by external circumstances, whether it's the company, the boss, or their health, or some other life situation. Either way, we have to be prepared. We have to know how to deal with this. We have to think ahead. We have to know what questions to ask. There are noted experts, not me, noted experts who have offered some very interesting comments on this subject. If you look at the page, it says, and I quote, "It would be nice to think about retirement with a sense of freedom, a lightness, and a bit of peace. But the truth is, the word that describes retirement for most people is scary." And that's from Dana Anspach, who is a prominent financial expert who specializes in retirement planning. Joseph Coughlin, who's the head of the Age Lab at MIT, said, quote, "While retirees' biggest fear may be outliving their wealth, there are three other factors that are of even more concern: losing their independence due to ailing health, being unable to access the big and small things that make them happy, and facing a decline in the number of friends in their social network." So I believe that everybody thinks about these things, but they keep it back in the shadows. They don't want to talk about it. They don't want to face it consciously. It's sort of unconscious. It's in the back of their minds. They just let it float around there, but they never do anything about it. Now the subject, or I should say the title of this seminar today is Retirement and Natural Evolution of Career Development. So in my world, in my mind, there is a direct connection between career planning, career development on the one hand, and retirement planning on the other. See, to me, it's a continuum. It's not a totally separate subject. There's a lot of overlap. So what I'm suggesting to you is that the type of planning and preparation that you've consistently given to your career over the years, that same type of thinking and planning can be applied to creating a wonderful retirement. The same management skills, innovation skills, leadership skills that you've brought to your career can be applied to your retirement. In other words, you already have the skills, the knowledge, the instincts, the insight, and the ability to plan and create a wonderful retirement. You just need to leverage the same skills and abilities that you've already put into your career over the years. Yes, you will be retired at some point, either by choice or by circumstance. But you'll still be the same person. You'll have pretty much the same resources that you've always had, pretty much the same connections, the same tools, the same intelligence. Why not take all those resources, all those assets, and apply them to retirement planning just as you've done in your career? In the best case scenario, this could be a seamless transition. Many people talk about their retirement as an encore career, especially people who don't want to stop working completely. People might want to work part-time, they might want to do consulting, they might even want to have a full-time job. But the point is, there is a change, and some people think of it as their encore career. So in all these ways, retirement is a natural extension or is an evolution from your career planning and your career success.